So here's the question that I have very easily, okay? Who's better than Marcell Ozuna and Eddie Rosario in left field? Oh, I have the answer, okay? You know what the answer is? Everybody. Everybody's better in left field, okay? Now, look, we know that Marcell Ozuna has struggled mightily, and we know that he's basically become a one-trick pony. He's got 4 hits on the season. Half of those are home runs, and 1 is a double. So he's 4 for 55 this season. 4 runs scored, a double, 2 homers, 2 runs driven in, 8 walks, 18 strikeouts, hitting 073 with a 190 on base, 200 slugging. Now, Eddie Rosario ain't a whole lot better. I know Eddie Rosario homered last night, right? Okay. But Eddie Rosario has struggled a lot as well this early in the season. He is 12 for 62. He's hitting a $194 with a 219 on base percentage, 339 slugging. So you have an OPS of Eddie Rosario at 587 and an OPS of Marcell Ozuna at 390. That is who's better in left than either of those guys? Everybody. Now, the guy I really like that has been a really nice addition is Sam Hilliard. And right now, your best outfield would be Ronnie in right, Michael Harris in center, and believe it or not, Sam Hilliard in left. Sam Hilliard's got 4 doubles, 3 homers, 5 driven in. He's hit 333, 412 on base percentage. He's got 6 walks in only 51 plate appearances, and he scored 10 runs. And right now, the combination for him of offense and defense is better than Rosario, Ozuna, what have you. Now, we saw last week Madison Bumgarner got cut or DFA'd from the Arizona Diamondbacks, owing him more than $35 million. How long does this become before we see Ozuna be DFA'd? Because, again, they've got $37 million tied up into him. So I can't say it's too soon. Brother, we're about to be in May. Next week is May, okay? How much longer does this experiment have to go? Even Eddie Rosario, can we get past the point of, okay, his eye was bad, his sight was bad, or things like that? Okay, so he himself said, oh, yeah, I'm 100% better, and I can see, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, he's at a $194. Again, that experiment isn't working. I mean, look, the Braves caught lightning in a bottle. We got to acknowledge Soler, Rosario, guys like that, even Ozuna to a degree. They caught lightning in a bottle. Sometimes lightning doesn't strike in the same place twice, right? So at some point, you have to play your best guys, not because of payroll, not because of loyalty. You have to play your best guys. And right now, believe it or not, Sam Hilliard is your best guy in left field. He's the best guy that they've got right now. Now, look, until Michael Harris gets back, he's having to play some center field, right? But once you get Michael Harris back, unless you trade for, Aaron Judge or something, it should be Ronnie in right, Harris in center, and Sam Hilliard in left. Now, I don't know if anybody had that on their bingo card coming into this year. Nobody probably looked at Sam Hilliard as a guy who's going to produce. But even if you only catch lightning in a bottle with Sam Hilliard, okay, just like you did with Rosario, just like you did with Soler, just like you did with Ozuna, if you just catch that brief lightning in a bottle, that's still better than anything that Ozuna or Rosario are giving this team. They're not giving them anything. And I don't care if you split them. I don't care if you hit Rosario against righties. I don't care if you hit Ozuna against lefties. They're not getting anything done. The production isn't there. At some point, it just has to be, again, Susan Powder was the person who said, what, stop the madness? Okay, stop the madness. Play Sam Hilliard. You don't have really better options. But when Michael Harris does come back and he gets in the starting lineup, we know 2 of those 3 outfield spots. We know 2 of the guys who should be out there every day. And until the Braves upgrade, make a trade, call up a hot prospect, whatever it is, there's not much reason to play Eddie Rosario and Marcell Ozuna and have those guys at left or any sort of a semblance of that, right? I mean, a lot of people have talked about the fact that Ozuna has played a lot more left field than any of us thought. Maybe that's a way to make him look like, okay, he can be on the open market. Somebody could trade for him. He can still play some left field. That's not happening too good. That's not happening too much. So again, play Sam Hilliard. I'll be honest with you, I've seen enough out of Marcell Ozuna that he should be DFA'd, and I've seen enough out of Eddie Rosario that if you just want to make him a pinch hitter coming off the bench where he's got a little bit of pop, okay, pinch hit against a right-handed pitcher, okay, fine. Or a spot start here or there, right? Again, Sam Hilliard needs a day off. Cool. Eddie Rosario, we'll trot him out for a game or two out in left field. But otherwise, neither one of these guys inspires me. And this was one of the weaknesses for the Braves coming into this season. So left field was going to be probably a problem if you didn't get Ozuna, Rosario to pick up the steam and pick up where they were a few years ago. And now it's kind of coming home to roost that left field is becoming a problem again for the Braves. But at least capture lightning in a bottle with Sam Hilliard. I don't know what he progresses or projects to long term, but play him every day in the short term and get every drop of that juice out of that lemon. All right, well, thank you so much for making Hittin' Hard with Jon Chuckery your first listen. And make sure that when you listen into the podcast that you leave us a comment in the comment section of YouTube or what have you and tell us that you're an everyday listener. So make sure you recognize, we make sure that we know who our everyday listeners are. So it's called our everydayers. So be a part of our community, always subscribe, and also listen in every day to us.